everyone, and welcome to Press X for News with Jenny and Mike. Ever find yourself thinking, man, I wish I could just jump into, insert nostalgic game title here right now, no matter where I am or what I'm doing?
Oh, absolutely. We've all been there.
Well, get ready, because on this deep dive, we're talking about how your Xbox is about to become your portal to playing almost any game you own, anywhere.
Yeah, that's right. We're talking about Microsoft basically tearing down that wall between you and your games, no matter where you are or what device you're using.
It's kind of crazy, right? Like, this isn't just, oh, here's a small update. This is Xbox throwing down the gauntlet,
Yeah,
saying we are the future of gaming.
100%.
Because right now, you can stream some games,
Yeah.
right? You have Xbox Cloud Gaming,
Right.
but it's pretty much just that Game Pass library.
Yeah, which is a great service, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But for people who are maybe a little hesitant to fully dive into the subscription,
Yeah.
or who have, years and years of games they've already bought, this is game-changing for them.
Seriously. I mean, Huge E doesn't even really cover it. Like, picture you're on vacation, right? And you're stuck with your phone. Maybe your Switch ran out of batteries. I don't know. You're like, man, I really want to play through all of Fable again.
Right.
You could, theoretically, with this update, that is a possibility.
Yeah, and that's the really incredible thing here. We're talking about, true freedom in gaming, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not tethered to this one box under your TV anymore.
Right.
Like, you could be on a business trip, you're bored in your hotel room, boom, you're streaming Halo on your tablet.
Man, all those hotel Wi-Fi networks are suddenly very nervous.
Yeah, exactly.
But okay, seriously, how did Microsoft even pull this off? Because it sounds incredibly complicated.
Yeah, so it all starts with something called Project Lapland.
Okay.
Sounds very mysterious.
Is that like the code name? They love their code names at Microsoft.
Right, they do. But this has basically been their little kind of behind-the-scenes operation to get this whole thing ready. And it really comes down to them putting in a ton of work into their cloud infrastructure.
Yeah.
Because they need to be able to handle what is essentially a tsunami of games about to hit.
Yeah.
We're not just talking storage space here. We're talking about making sure that these games run smoothly for potentially millions of people at the same time.
Yeah, so we're talking about, some serious server power.
Oh, yeah.
This wasn't just, a quick flip of a switch and suddenly it's ready to go.
No, absolutely not. They, invested a lot of time, a lot of money, and frankly, some really impressive tech to make this happen.
And I mean, the timing of it all, too, is pretty interesting, right? Especially with that whole legal battle going on with Google and their App Store.
Oh, absolutely. That court case where essentially Google was told they can't force developers to use their payment system is huge, and I think plays a part in this. Because starting in November, Microsoft can now sell games directly through their Xbox app on Android phones.
It's pretty brilliant when you think about it, right? Gamers potentially get games for cheaper.
Right.
Microsoft gets to sidestep those App Store fees. Everyone wins.
Yeah.
Except maybe Google.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, potentially not Google, but for consumers, it's great. But I think even bigger than that, it sets up a really interesting precedent, right? Are we going to see more companies just saying, you know what, forget the app stores, we're going straight to consumers?
Yeah.
It's definitely a possibility now.
And suddenly your phone, that thing that you carry around in your pocket every day, that's a full-fledged console.
It's pretty wild to think about.
It's mind-blowing. I'm very excited about this.
Yeah, as you should be. There are, of course, a couple of caveats here.
Oh.
Microsoft, they're aiming for thousands and thousands of games to be available.
Right.
But ultimately, the final decision on whether a game is included does come down to the publisher.
Those pesky licensing agreements.
Exactly. So, there's no guarantee that absolutely every game under the sun is going to be there on day one.
Okay, that's fair.
But even so, even if it's a gradual rollout, this is still a monumental shift in how we think about gaming.
For sure. So to everyone out there listening who is dying to know when can they expect this magical update to arrive? When can they start streaming Skyrim on their smartwatch?
Okay, so to them, I would say patience is key. Right now, Microsoft is doing some kind of final testing with their Xbox Insiders program. So, it's like a little sneak peek before they unleash it on the world.
Gotta make sure you don't crash the internet on launch day, right?
Exactly. But I think the biggest takeaway here is that we're entering this really new and exciting era of gaming. One where the traditional idea of a console may not even be a thing anymore in the future.
You're not wrong. Your Xbox is no longer just a box. It's your membership card to this incredible world of gaming possibilities.
Exactly. And that really makes you think, What does the future of gaming look like? What happens when the lines between console, PC, and mobile gaming are just gone, right? Like they've completely disappeared. We want to hear your thoughts on this. This is a big one. So hit us up on social media and let's keep this conversation going.
That's all the time we have for today, folks. Thanks for tuning in to Press X for News. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review on your favorite podcast platform. And as always, happy gaming.